Are you expecting a new baby in your family anytime soon? Choosing a baby's name can be a difficult process, but don't worry, we've got you covered. Here are 20 unique baby names you're sure to fall in love with. Number 20, Melina. This name is derived from the Greek word meli, which means honey. It is similar to the name Melissa, which means honeybee in Greek. And it is also related to Melanie. In Latin, Melina is said to mean canary yellow. It is a cheerful choice for little girls that has gained a bit more popularity in recent years. Although it was trendiest during the 18th century,
a famous lady with this name is Melina Perez, an actress, model, and professional wrestler.
She has won multiple WWE championships and was named one of the world's best wrestlers. Whether your baby becomes a renowned fighter or chooses a different, more relaxed career, Melina is a name to consider. Number 19, Nico. Although this name might literally mean nobody in Bosnian, it means something a little more noteworthy in Greek. The origin of Nico comes from the Greek name Nikolai, which means people of victory. It has risen in popularity since the mid-1900s, but still only ranks around 900 in the United States. Nico is also used as a shortened version of Nicholas or Nicholas, which both roughly translate to champion of the people. Either way, this is a heroic choice for a son or daughter. The female variations of the name are Nicole or Nicola. One famous guy with this name is Nico Kovac, a former soccer player and now the coach of a German sports association. Number 18, Casper. This name is more commonly spelled with an ER at the end instead of an AR. However, we are not talking about the friendly ghost people have grown to love. This name comes from Chaldea, an ancient nation that eventually became a part of Babylonia. The name is so old, in fact, that its origin can be traced back to the Book of Ezra from the Old Testament. Casper is derived from the name Gasper, which transformed from the initial word gizbar, the Hebrew word for treasure. It is also said to mean bringer of treasure in Persian. Another variation of the name is Jasper. This name is a unique choice for a little boy and ranks in the 6,000s for popular names. Number 17, Meadow. Even though many of us think of a field of greenery and livestock when we hear the word meadow, it is actually a unique and cheery baby name.
These open land areas filled with flowers and sunlight make anyone smile, and so do people with names after this.
Meadows was a typical surname in medieval England. The variations of its spelling were Meadows, Meadows, and Meadows. Apparently, the name was initially used for people who lived next to a meadow. If you look farther into the origin of this word, you'll find that it comes from around 600 AD in the forms of maid or mead. Meadow is a semi-popular name for girls and continues to gain recognition. Number 16, Alistair. This name might seem like a bit of a mouthful, but if you're looking for something that will make your son stand out in a crowd, Alistair is one to consider. It is the Scottish, Gaelic form of Alexander. The origin of this name is Greek, like many others. It comes from Alexandros, which can be broken down into Alexo, which means defend, or honor, which means man. So put it together, Alistair roughly translates to defender of men. Another form of this name is spelled with ist in place of ast. Although Alistair is a popular name in Scotland, it is less so in the United States. Number 15, promise. We all know what this word implies: a declaration, an agreement to do something, a pledge, or an obligation. Its popularity has spiked in recent years. Promise is a wistful name concerning the thought that goes into it, and it can even be thought of as a parent's vow to care for their child in years to come. Plus, it sounds pretty. Promise is usually used as a girl's name, but it can be used for boys as well, allowing moms and dads to choose a name without knowing the baby's gender beforehand. Either way, this rare title is a solid choice. Number 14, Harlow. This name comes from the town of Harlow, which is located in eastern England. The name is said to be derived from one of two options. The theories are either the Old English words from Army Hill or Temple Hill. Either way, it is a strong name and a solid choice for a boy or girl. Harlow is more commonly a feminine name, but suits a son as well as a daughter. It was mostly used as a surname until the mid-2000s, when it rose in popularity.
One celebrity with this name is Nicole Richie's 10-year-old daughter, Harlow Madden. Richie has an affinity for unique names. Her son's name is Sparrow, which is unusual as well.
Number 13, Noe. This biblical title is derived from the name Noah, which is its more frequently seen form. The Hebrew meaning of Noah is comfort or rest, but most of us recognize it from the tale of Noah's Ark, written in the Bible. Noe is the Greek variation of Noah, and was more often used as a surname before gaining popularity as a first name. Noe is more given to boys, but is sometimes given to girls as well, at least as a nickname. A celebrity with this unusual name is the professional baseball player Noe Ramirez, who used to play for the Boston Red Sox and is now a relief pitcher for the Los Angeles Angels. Number 12, Kensington. This is the perfect name for your little princess, considering where it comes from. Kensington is part of the Royal Borough of Kensington and Chelsea in West London. It is a populated area that contains Kensington Gardens, the Imperial College London, and several embassies. The name means the land of Kenesigne, and was originally mentioned in 1086 in the Domesday Book. However, as opposed to its origin, it is now a popular name for girls. It was also more commonly seen as a last name, but is gaining recognition as a unique first name. Number 11, Wilder. This unique baby name is a sure fit for any child who will keep you on your feet chasing after them. This name comes from exactly where you think it does. It is of English origin and simply transformed from the word wild. It used to be more common as a surname, but within the last few years, it has become a popular first name for boys. This name suits sons, especially since they're more active than girls, generally speaking. Wilder matches perfectly with your energetic and unrestrained characteristics that come with a baby boy. Plus, it was the professional last name of everybody's favorite, Willy Wonka. Number 10, Darion. This name sounds powerful, and rightly so. Darion is said to be of Persian origin. It comes from the English name Darius, which is in turn derived from Darius. Several Persian kings had this name, including Darius the Great. It is interpreted to mean king, rich, or wealthy. Darion is also said to be a Greek name meaning gift. Some have even roughly translated the name to be possessor of good. Whatever the case, there's no denying that this name is a wonderful choice when deciding on an unusual name for your newborn. It's fitted to athletes as well, one of which is Darion Stewart, a professional football player for the Denver Broncos. Number 9, Alandra. We've already discussed the name Alistair, whose origin is from the name Alexander, which, for the ladies out there, this name is a play on the name Alejandra, which is a Spanish spelling for the Greek name Alexandra. Alandra also means lark in Spanish, which is a petite songbird whose calls for intricate compared to other bird species. Considering their musical capabilities, it isn't surprising that Alandra de la Parra was named after one of these creatures. She is a conductor who works for the Queensland Symphony Orchestra as the musical director. So if you're looking for a unique girl's name, you might just fall in love with Alandra. Number 8, Allora.
This graceful sounding name is perfect for a baby girl that would brighten up your life. There are several different apparent origins for this name.
It is said to mean light as a Greek name or God is light as a Hebrew name. Other sources state that it is a play on the name Laura, which comes from the plant called bay laurel. This plant's leaves were used to make laurel wreaths in ancient Greece and represented victory. Number 7, Renata. This unusual name got its start from the name Renatus, which is derived from the Latin for born again. It is also written as Renato for men, but Renata is the female form of the name. Other forms of this title are Renee and Renate, depending on the country you're from. It was originally a religious name referring to baptism to be reborn. Although Renata was born common in ancient Rome, it has grown in popularity in the past few years. One famous gal with this name is Renata Scotto, an opera director and retired opera singer who has won several awards for her work. Number 6, Becket. This cute-sounding name is of Old English origin. It was written originally as Becket or Becket. It comes from the word bio, which means bee, and the word cot, which means shelter or cottage. So taken literally, the name is bee cottage or beehive, which is cute in itself. It was more commonly a last name, but has risen in popularity as a first name for boys. One guy with this last name was Samuel Becket. He was an Irish playwright, poet, and novelist, whose works include Happy Days and What Where. So if you want your son to have an adorable, yet artistic name, then Becket is one to consider. Number 5, Tinsley. This name comes from a place in South Yorkshire, England. The word is derived from Old English and was initially Tinsgalia, which translates to Assembly Meadow. It was originally written as Tinslaw or Turnslaw. The area used to be home of an ancient chapel, and in 1877 the Chapel of St. Lawrence was built in the same place. Tinsley now contains various shopping centers, soccer fields, and playgrounds. However, Tinsley is gaining popularity as a name for baby girls. A famous lady with this name that you might know is Tinsley Mortimer. She is a TV personality and socialite. Number 4, Sage. This isn't only a delicious herb used in sausages, it is also a unique baby name growing in popularity. The plant sage is commonly used in cooking, but it has more meaning than that. It comes from the Latin words salvia, or salvis, which roughly translates to healing and safe, respectively. It also refers to a wise man or wisdom in general, from the Latin word sapere, which means to be wise. Sage is also a versatile name and can be used for girls and boys. Many of us saw the red-haired vampire named Sage on the Vampire Diaries television show and grew to love the name from that. Number 3, Amaline. This unique name is actually a combination of other more common girl names. The second half of Amaline comes from the Greek name Melina and comes from the word for honey. It could also refer to the name Maline, which is derived from Latin and means eager, work, or sweet. The first part of the name comes from the German name Amelia, which means work. Amaline is a play on the spelling of all these names and can be interpreted in different ways. A woman that holds this title is Amaline Valade. She is a model and actress from France.
Number 2, Cairo.
This is, of course, a very famous place in Egypt, considering it's the capital. The pyramids of Giza are all located within this great city, as well as the Great Sphinx of Giza. Because of this,
Cairo
is often related in ancient Egypt. The name is derived from different Arabic words for vanquisher, conqueror, and a place of combat.
Cairo is also said to mean victorious or triumphant. It is a strong-sounding name used mainly for boys.
Sometimes a K is used in the place of a C. The rapper Tyga even named his son King Cairo Stevenson, after the Egyptian metropolis. Number 1, Titan. This is another strong-sounding name for a boy.
It stems from Greek mythology, in which Titans were spiritual offsprings of the first gods and goddesses.
Titan refers to any of the sons of Uranus and Gaia, and includes Helios and Atlas. However, there is a female version for this name, Titaness. The Titaness of Greek mythology includes Selene and Eos, which are also unique names to consider for your baby. Saturn was named for Cronus, Roman counterpart, and the planet's biggest moon is called Titan. There's no denying that this unusual name would be perfect for any new addition to your family.
Hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.